Hi everyone, welcome to the third module. This module is titled Expressions and Interactivity. In this module we're going to start to talk about user input. We're also going to look at more advanced mathematical operators and mathematical functions that you can use to create more advanced calculations. And we're going to be talking about formatting our output so that it looks a little bit nicer on the screen. So as always, this first link is just a video you're watching now. You have your module at a glance. You can read that, which contains the student learning outcomes for the module and a link to the full course calendar, the course schedule. But remember, you can always find that information on the calendar link. There is a lot of lecture material, so get started early. Follows the same format, right? You should be reading Chapter 3, Section 1, then watching the video, Chapter 3, Section 2, then watching these videos. In this one, also having you complete checkpoint exercises. These are in the textbook, and as you go through, you'll see checkpoint 3.10 and 3.11 on page 91. You should complete those. They're just like little short answer questions to make sure that you understand the content that's being presented, and then you can click here to see the correct answers. And you can always ask me questions by sending me an email, and everything else kind of follows through with the same format. So we are moving on to more complicated material. Give yourself the time to read the textbook and complete the videos. Okay, we have the same format for an assignment. There's an assignment from the textbook, and there's also a My Programming Lab assignment. Discussion. In this particular discussion, you have to create a post and you have to respond to another student. The post has one due date, the response has another, so check the course calendar. Let me just go back in there for a second. And here's a rubric on how that's going to be graded, so you can click on that also. Now the project, please note, if you have questions on your project, you need to email me and attach your CPP file. Don't submit your project if you have questions and leave a comment. I might not look at that for a week. So if you need help, that's what you can do. And I'm going to come in here for a second. There is an example here that the author of the textbook goes through. So you might want to watch that to help you. Then there is a very important video on input numbers versus strings, using the input operator versus using getLine versus using get, and when you need to use them. And you will need this for this project. So make sure you watch that before you even get started. This is a demonstration of what your project should look like when it is completed. So you'll see my project running. You could see what appropriate prompts would look like. You could see what the output should look like. You should be able to see how it changes based on user input. So make sure you watch that. And then here's the project itself. You can click on this link for the instructions and you can follow those instructions there. Okay, and then we'll have a quiz. So the quiz will be available Tuesday, October 10th through Wednesday, October 11th. Just a word on quizzes. If you have a problem with a quiz, you need to send me an email and tell me you're experiencing a problem with the quiz. And then you need to be checking your email for my response. I had a couple of cases of issues with the quiz. People told me, I responded back, and I still haven't heard from them. So please, if you send me an email, be checking for my response. Very important. Okay. As always, we have our full calendar here for the new module, so there shouldn't be any surprises. Our assignments are due here on the 6th, and the discussion post. The discussion response, the project, and then the quizzes. Okay, as always, if you have any questions, please let me know.